You've seen me visit 2 Muji stores, now see what I got and how I'm using those items. Here are some of the things I purchased at the Muji store in Ginza. Now, many things could have been purchased there, but at the moment I'm quite into storage and organisation, and they just have some great options. So I'm going to take you through what I got, and yeah, let's start with the smallest and work up. This pouch here is slightly padded, and it's got these little mesh pockets. I'm thinking it would be good for travel, chargers maybe. It's got this little Velcro bit in the middle, so you could open it up into a bigger one and then hold it down. So quite useful, quite compact. So that's the first one. That was 990 yen. 10 centimeters by 19 and 2 centimeters thick. There we are. That's the first one. Now the rest I think I'll probably be using to hold various stationery bits and pieces. I am just in love with these mesh bags at the moment. See, I've got 2, and they are really useful because you can see through them. So I acquired quite a few more washi tapes while I was away. Yes, I am guilty. I've got a few here, but if you just want to take a few away with you, it'd be great to pop some in. And this bit here, you can pop some other things if you want. It's like an internal little case. So really quite good. 2 different sizes. Pretty useful, I would say. So this is says it's A5, so you could always put your journal in there as well if you wanted to keep it protected. But I think I'm more likely to put some bits and pieces in there that I've got. Yeah. Now the interesting thing about these is that on the ticket it's got the price in various different currencies, which just explains why when you are in Japan you should go and make the most and buy things, because it is quite a bit more cheaper. So this was 450 yen, and in Australia, where I'm from, it's $8.95, which more or less is double the price at the current exchange rate. It's just a little under, but give and take, double the price. So I wouldn't say go to Japan just to buy this, but when you're there, it's definitely worth taking a look. Plus the range in the shops there is so much bigger. We have a Muji here, but it's so small, so small. So very interesting. So see what your currency is here, see if it's listed, and do a comparison. 450 yen. Very interesting, isn't it? It's the same with this one as well. This was 490 yen and 9.95 in Australia. So not all of the products do have those price conversions on them. In fact, this one here didn't. So yeah, very interesting. Now these next 2 items are same but different sizes. Okay, so definitely useful for journaling bits and bobs. Let me take this piece of card out. So it's got a clear front for starters, and you can pop some things in there. So if you want to remind yourself what you've put in there, you can use this to put something in, or just put something that you love in the front. It's got this little mesh insert thing here. Then it's got this ring binder. Now, I don't know if I will use it much at all, but it's quite handy. It holds this little, I mean, what would you call it, a pencil case? Could use it as a pencil case. It's clear on one side and mesh on the other. So, also very handy for washi tapes. Let me just demonstrate. There we are. And then on the back, it's got a couple more pouches. So if you've got something that you can utilize this ring binder for, even better. I don't know that I have at the moment, but it's useful to have it there, I think. And it holds this in too. So I think you could definitely get quite a bit in there. And it's got a little handle. There we are. The colour choice was limited. It was this, black, and something else. The colour trend at the moment is all sort of beigey and pastel-y and very muted, I would call it. Perhaps not my favourite colours, but yeah, I chose this sort of sage green. And I don't know that I needed two of them, but I got one of each size because there you are, that's what you do. So it's very similar inside, the bigger one. Let's get the smaller one out of the way. It's got that clear pouch, your pocket at the front. It's got a full pocket here. Let's get rid of this piece of paper. It's got the same ring binder. It's obviously got a bigger sort of pencil case. Mesh one side, clear the other, and then the pockets on this side are obviously bigger. So you've got one here, two little ones here. Yeah, I've got to say it is slightly padded. Yeah, not too much, but there is some protection there. Yeah. And of course it zips all the way around. Yeah, so quite useful. The small one was 2,495 yen. The larger one was 2,790 yen. Okay. But they're quite, I think they're quite good gifts as well, actually. And they fold down fairly flat in your suitcase, so it didn't take up too much room. Always a consideration. Here's a couple of other things that I got in Muji. I got these, what I would call a cable tidy, and even though it shows you how to open it, it's a bit stiff to open. You've got to squeeze and then lift it, and then you have to make sure your cables are the same sort of length, and then you poke them out of those two holes, and then you can wind them up. So one of my cables is quite long, so it is pretty handy for shortening it when I don't want it long. Now, when you're using it, it does sort of create a bit of weight and pull on your cables, but quite handy. The other thing I only just realised, it's not just a cable tidy. When I opened it, I saw this little how to, so that's how to open it, and I was like, oh, how to use the stand. I never knew it was a little stand as well. So you, on the back here, there's this slide out bit, and it's a bit sort of basic, but it can hold your phone. You have to sort of push it to hold it. Maybe if you've got a different phone it will be okay, and it's fairly vertical, so it would be better if it was sort of tilted back a bit. As soon as I do that, mine just falls out the front. But good idea, but maybe my phone's just a bit too big. So quite clever innovation. So yeah, it's cheap little Muji finds. I also got this other little stand. It's just basically cardboard or something. No, it's probably some metal in there because there's a bit of magnetic stuff. And you can just use it to prop your phone up on. And when you're not using it, it just folds up like this. But I actually just leave it on my desk for when I want to prop random things up on it. So yeah, pretty handy. It doesn't take up much space either, so super handy. Next, I'll give you an update on how I'm using some of these pouches. So when I was making my cross stitch, I used this for my threads, and the inside pocket I used to hold my needle and my scissors. And now I've got some yarn in it, and I'm using the inside pocket to hold my crochet hook. And it's quite handy having that separate inside pocket because it doesn't get caught up with your yarn then. You can just keep it in this separate little internal pocket. If you were to pull that out, put it down, then like snags in your yarn if you keep it in there. But quite handy having that separate little pocket. So that's how I'm currently using this one. This one here, I am using this nearly every day, and I've got some random bits and pieces of paper in the back, using this to carry some of my favourite pens, the Juice Up 0.5, and of course just one mild liner, though I do have a few. In the front over here, I've actually got two books. These are just thin books. This is the Yuri log, and it comes pre-decorated. This one has cats and some other random things, so quite cute. And this one is for, well, ideas mainly, but some other bigger things that I can't fit in to my planner. So my planner does fit in here, just even with the ring binder. So it does do up pretty well. I've had various things in this front pocket, but nothing permanent as such. So yeah, this planner is a Jibun Techa, and it actually came with an idea book. In fact, the idea book that came with it is at the back, and then when I went to Japan the second time, I thought I'd get a refill, but I got the wrong size, so it's smaller. Never mind, I'm still using this book. So yeah, the Techo comes with the idea book, the main planner, which is like a weekly one, and I don't know if I'll stick with this planner again. Sorry, going off topic a bit here, but this doesn't give me enough room to put lots of extra notes, hence I have been using this one for bigger brainstorming and ideas and things like that. Anyway, this is how I am using this little pouch carry case. So that is that one. The larger one, it's difficult to get it all in the frame because it is quite big. I am not using this on a daily basis. It's just got some random bits and pieces in at the moment. So odds and ends, stickers, sheets and bits and pieces, and my Kita little stickers. So maybe this is not the best use of this, but it's got something in it, and that's the main thing, isn't it? It is being used. So there we are. that's how I'm using the things that I got from Muji. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more travel and creative content.